I want to talk about Purdy a little bit. So first, I mean, he's a rookie, but it's so obviously this is going to be his first playoffs. There's going to be playoff pressure. And do you think the playoff pressure kind of affects him in any kind of way, or do you think that this kid is too young to even realize it and just goes out there and plays his game?
I think Brock Purdy is going to play his game. Okay. Let me read you his strengths. Just coming
Yeah.
out of the draft. Okay. And I want you to think of these. Like I was on Breezy's show this morning and I read these off to him. And I want you to just let me read them to you. And
Mhm.
you can nod the chat. I need you guys to envision this now. What you've seen of Purdy in 6 games. Tell me if these numbers are tell me if these strengths concern you. All right. He's an accurate passer, pocket composure, excellent decision maker, good ball placement, throws a very catchable ball, good timing, shows anticipation, able to loft and touch passes, natural feel, instinctive passer, leads receivers for more yards after the catch, moves eyes through progressions, mastered his offense, good fit for a West Coast offense, very experienced, right?
Yeah.
Of those things mentioned, has he put the ball in questionable places? Sure. Okay. Because he was a 7th round pick. Okay. But outside of all that, instinctive passer, reads through progressions, composure, the kid doesn't fold. He plays very confidently. And because he plays
Mhm.
confident, I believe that's why you and I are confident and the rest of the fan base is confident. It's quite opposite of Jim, right?
Yeah.
We all of the things mentioned are questionable. Jim wasn't confident in a lot of his progressions. He didn't
Mhm.
read through his progressions. Jim's release was the quickest and made sense for a one read, but Purdy is spreading the ball around this offense. And family, you can't be disappointed at all because this is something that we're not used to. You
Mhm.
know, we are literally getting production out of our entire offense. And in Kyle, I was worried about how is Kyle going to feed all of these mouths, you know, with Jimmy.
Yeah.
I was worried about that. And then it's the Brock Purdy show, bro.
Yeah.
And it's almost like Brock Purdy is spreading the ball around and making this offense so much more. I mean, this is why we're scoring, Pete. Like, this
Yeah.
is why we drive down the field and we get into the red zone and we are getting touchdowns. The kid's got 13 touchdowns in six
Yeah.
games. You know, I'm amazed. And I
Yeah.
get so pumped, bro. I get so excited because I think to myself, you know what? Brock Purdy is confident. I remember listening to Fred Warner and how during camp, like, he talked a little bit about Brock Purdy's mannerism, like how he held himself. Like, they didn't treat this guy like a rookie. They didn't treat this guy like, listen, man, it's gonna be okay. Like, Brock Purdy
Yeah.
was raising eyebrows, bro.
For sure.
And we had no idea. We had no idea. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I sure as hell didn't think Brock Purdy was going to be who he was. But I mean, in the playoffs, I understand that the speed of the game is increased. These guys are putting it all out there, right? It's a one and done situation, so everyone is giving it their 100. Honest to God, I think that Brock Purdy is going to handle this no different than what we've seen, and
Mhm.
I say that because each time Brock played this year, we were like, well, I gotta see some more. I gotta see some
Yeah.
more. He's checked boxes, bro. He came from
Against
behind in the Vegas game.
against good defenses, like against Washington. Washington's a good defense.
Yeah. Um, I was a little bit disappointed with the Cardinals game. He wasn't throwing the ball away. He was just kind of getting chased down. He took a
Yeah, that's
17
true.
yard loss on one of them. That kind of bothered me a little bit. But again, I just it's one of those things. Like, Brock's gonna let that. I'm sure after looking over the tape, it's gonna be fine. And I really
Mhm.
don't even believe that Kyle really has to dig deep into the bag, Pete, for
Yeah.
Seattle. Like, he really doesn't have to show his hand much right now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we just play our
I
game, dude. We should be just fine.
I look at it I look at it this way, like when we're comparing Jimmy and Brock. Jimmy, it's not that he didn't understand the offense. He was terrible at making pre-snap reads. He was
Yes.
but not only was he terrible at making pre-snap reads, but he had a tendency to kind of stare down receivers and kind of go with, like, once he hit a guy a couple of times, he would just stick with that one guy. And that's
Yes.
why we would see Kittle go whole games without getting targets, and we would see different Ayuk going whole games without getting targets. There was a reason, is because Jimmy had a way of he would just ride that hot hand like into the ground, and then he would end up throwing a pick because the defense was waiting for him to hammer the ball in there to Kittle, or hammer the ball in there to the guy that he was picking that game. Well, Brock isn't doing that. Brock is making his pre-snap read. He's looking at he's paying attention to the defense. He's changing plays on the fly.
Yes.
And that's why you're seeing all of the guys get the love. That's why you're seeing the Jawan Jennings going into the huddle apologizing to him for a drop, or even Kittle patting him on the head, like if they they're getting so excited for this kid. I think that they love him to death, and they're super impressed with him. I just think that Purdy has the traits, because everybody gets excited about traits, right? I think he has the traits that are perfect. It's just a perfect fit for Kyle's offense. He making the pre-snap reads, having anticipation with your throws, and hitting the open guy, like leading the open receiver. It's really that simple. Kyle has had guys running around wide open in this offense for years now. But Jimmy did not trust what he saw. That was the reason why he's tap dancing in the pocket. Brock is trusting what he sees in his pre-snap reads. So, and he's anticipating that this guy is going to be open as soon as he passes through this window. I'm going to get it to him right now. Is he perfectly on time for every throw? No. He's a rookie. But to be a rookie and to be hitting throws like he is, and hitting guys wide open and making those reads, and changing plays on the fly to get out of trouble, it's super impressive. It's super impressive.
I mean,
so